Good afternoon, one and all. Hey Vita. Welcome in. Alright, so we're finally ready to forge. Hey, Dallin, Mako, good to see you guys. Doing pretty well. Alright, so day, looks like we're on day 13. A little bit of a slow start, I guess. Just, probably getting to the forge on day 14 or 15. Okay, now, where do things stand here? Right, I think I had just gotten the last hour of sleep to save some notes. Let me see what my notes say. Yeah, so we're stopping at Poacher's. Okay. It is very early. Negative 14. It's actually not bad. I might just, yeah, I might just take advantage of the weather and travel now. These are ready. Let's go ahead and start,
Sure I can carry much more.
start getting ready to go here. Looks like I did clean up every bit of that deer meat. There's an extra piece of coal I missed. We had 3 coal respawn just since the last time I was here.
Thank goodness.
That's all staying there. I think we're leaving all this cedar here as well. We've got 34 coal, 1 cedar, 17 sticks. Alright, let's get a fire started. I wonder, we got 0.91 here. And yeah, let me save some weight. I'm gonna use this accelerant to start a fire. Just a little bit of lamp oil here. Ah, it's not quite enough. That's annoying. It says 0.3, but it's like just under, I guess. It says 0.30. I'm surprised that it lets it round up like that. Alright, well, never mind that plan, I guess.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
So I'm kind of running through my route in my head. I know we already went up on the,
Oh yeah.
up on the high ground near the tower in Muskeg. Let's make another rishi while I'm thinking about it. Oh yeah, was I gonna leave these gloves here? I guess these are a quick and easy source of skill points for repairing. 30 minutes to repair. As soon as we get some easy leather. I'll hang on to them for now. I think we're ready to go.
This pack is getting kind kind of heavy.
So that's everything. Let's do a weight check. 36. We can leave a liter of water. Drink some water. We don't need 6 stones. Okay, good enough. Okay, so this is going to be the earliest I've set out in quite a while. Yeah, negative 17 and a little bit of wind here. So many deer. That's what, 3, 4, 5? If only we had a bow, we could have so much food right now. That might be a 6th one over there, if I counted correctly. Alright, so sort of similar to some of the other choices I've made. Like in Milton, we didn't go to the gas station. We didn't go to the bridge. Here, I'm not going to loot this upper area, I don't think. Maybe we go check out that little cave just to the right as we come out. But I'm not going to loot the whole upper part. Yeah, we'll go check out that little cave. I'm pretty sure I skipped that on the way in because we were under significant time pressure. The thermos is so nice to have now because it frees up a lot of that pressure when traveling long distances. Yeah, this whole upper area is so rich with teas and resources, but it'll have to wait for a different time.
Best be prepared for anything.
We'll have to eat those at our next fire. 22% is pretty low. Very, very slowly getting warmer. Alright, I hope this doesn't get cold while I'm drinking it. We're on the line. Okay, we got it. Good. Now we got 3 teas left. This isn't really a great place to drop down, is it? I guess we'll go over this way.
Not sure I can carry much more.
Alright, where are you, crows? Okay, that's the body in the backpack that had the... I'm 90% certain this is where the one thing was, but let's stop here and drink a tea. This is where we got the can opener, right? I'm hoping that this tea at least gets me to the cave, although it's a pretty long trip. Especially in this wind. Yeah, okay. Let's continue to get feathers when I see them. And I'm gonna go up this way. I don't remember if there's anything up here. I guess we're not too far from the cave now. I'll happily go ahead and get another maple started. I think we still only have the one, actually, so... pretty good to get the jump on bow number 2. Alright, more feathers. Okay. Cave is just over there. Let's see if we can make it. Uh-oh, I didn't reset my sprain risk up there. Alright, that's definitely a heal. I'm trying to get around these wolves without... Let's pull the torch out just in case. Just in case I run into another one down here. I mean, I'm going to want to fire in this upcoming cave regardless, so... Not that big of a deal if I start an early fire here, I guess. I just don't want to use the torch condition too much if I don't have to. Do a little bit of sprinting. Alright, I don't think we're gonna lose this guy. But I want to fire in here anyway, so... Hey, Turkey.
Come on, little fire.
Oh, and hi, Zylok. I'm not sure if I saw your comment before. Alright, I'm gonna spend at least a little bit of time here. Let's go ahead and drop everything. All of this stuff. And these. And I guess that's good enough. These are cured anyway. Let's get this stuff cooking. Need to make a lot of teas, so let me put this stuff down to remind myself that we need to restock.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
In fact, I want to cook so many teas. I wonder, I probably just throw this on after this one is done. Let's go ahead and get started on these. You know what? Maybe we carry the fire. If the wind is good, maybe we carry the fire to Poacher's and get some sleep at Poacher's. I have to see what the weather's like when it's time to leave. Yeah, I did all my crafting last time when we were stuck in that blizzard, so I don't really need to do anything right now. Just wait this out, I guess. Alright, one more of these. Oops. Not consider that we'd be this low on water. Alright, well now I'm really glad I cooked these in sequence. I'm gonna need to spend some extra time making water here too.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Ooh, this is already down to 21%. I wonder if I just go and eat it now. Yeah, I can use it to walk across the way and get some stuff. It won't be as good as using it for a buff, but at least I'll make sure it doesn't go bad on me. I need to get some sleep too. Is that a wolf? Stupid wolf. Kind of vulnerable out here right now. I'm not carrying anything scented. I guess he just hung around that long. Alright, we're gonna have to come back over here in a minute to get the rest of these. Don't have time to grab everything and dodge this jerk. Another maple? I mean, we can leave it in this cave, I guess. Alright, who we got new? Kirk? Just Kirk now. Oh, Sirius. I don't know if I saw Sirius before. Wait, weren't you here at the beginning, Sirius? Or am I... No, I'm confusing you with somebody else. Sorry, guys, I've got 90% of my attention on the game here. Yeah, so I left like 2 teas and 3 or 4 sticks up there. Go grab those, once we scare this wolf off for good. Where is he? I have a feeling he's way too close for me to go ahead and grab those. Should have gotten him to charge me before we came in here. Oh, there he is. Wow, he's really going to be a pain out there, isn't he? All right. Hopefully he will run a good distance off now. Yeah, Turkey, this would be a good place for the bear to live.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I guess so Mystery Lake was the first region, right? And they don't really have bear caves as such in Mystery Lake. I don't know when this one was added. But there must have been a shift in their thinking at some point, because Mystery Lake, Mountain Town, Forlorn Muskeg, like a lot of those early regions, bears don't live in the big caves that are intended as player shelter. They only started doing that in the later regions. I never really thought about that before. Definitely seems to be a pattern though. Alright, let's see if I can get out here and get this last little bit of stuff without getting killed by a wolf. Forlorn was added the week before you got the game, 2017. Development started, what, 2000, or well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I should say the first build of Survival, where you just had Mystery Lake, that was in, what, 15 or 16, I'm guessing? Seriously? Alright. Let's quickly grab our mushrooms and get out of here. Did I miss one? I can't remember now. I think I got most of the super important stuff though. I'm not carrying anything. They just, my scent must be going over to them in the wind. I guess it is high detection. Shouldn't be that surprised. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna leave this extra... yeah, we'll leave that there. Man, I'm really torn here. Like, how do we time this out? If I go to Spence now... I guess if I walk the whole way... We just need the wind to end, and we can probably walk to the cave above Spence and sleep there. I just don't want to spend the night in this cave. That's going to be a huge waste of time. This wind has just been incessant all day, though. We had like a couple hours right after dawn. And then after that, it's been pretty ugly.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
So we just go now? Definitely going to be very tired by the time I get there. Seems like it's still a little bit windy. Feels like 3 degrees though, so... Yeah, I think we go now. It's too nice to pass up. Ooh, we're getting fog. Even better. Okay, so the main problem here is we're going to be super tired and super heavy going into the final leg of this trip. But we'll just have to live with that. I'm going to go check the magic container out here in front of the bear cave. One that always contains an item.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Maybe we'll get something really nice out of it. Ooh, we got moose markings here. I think the moose spawns either right over there or like right in front of the cave if it's here. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be in town. There's our friendly neighborhood bear. If all goes well, I might be hunting you in a couple of days. Alright, what do you got for me, Magic Box? Ketchup chips. Yeah, it is pretty warm. The new combat pants are nice and snug. I want to stay out ahead of this bear, if at all possible. So let's just get in and out here as fast as I can. Oof, it's a lot of weight. I think. Ooh, nice. Another like 10 cloth or 2 cloth. Only take that. I think I might pick that up on the way in. In the interest of long-term carry weight, I'm gonna leave 15 coal here. That's like 4.5 kilos. That should help a lot. It's a nice central location that I can come back to almost any time. So I don't feel too bad about leaving that there temporarily. We're not going to use all that coal just for this trip to the forge and back, that's for sure. Alright, where's that bear? I think I want to go get the other flare while we're here and the visibility is nice. Hopefully the bear hasn't come too close. Don't see him. Where did he even go? Must have decided to loop back around some other way. Nice to finally have a flare, so I can protect myself in the wind. Now we've got a backup as well. Alright, so now we come to that classic part of Outer, where we go to Spence for the first time to forge and craft. And it's always a matter of figuring out how am I going to get enough food and fuel into one location. I think we're just gonna start stocking up now. Get as much as I can on the way in. Wolf over there. Can't tell if it's just the sun or if this is turning into heavy fog. Guess heavy fog wouldn't be terrible, necessarily. Alright, I should not be doing this, but we're gonna be really bold and stock up on even more fuel, a little bit, or, even more food. Fuel for the body. A little bit more out of the way here. Oh, the bear is up here. Alright, I guess we won't go for the hunter blind right now. Just saw the bear through the, He's far from home. Yeah, the hunter blind you have to go, like, all the way around anyway, so... it's not as worth it. Alright, those are still hot. We're just now starting to get cold, so... I might drink a partial one of those in a little bit. Just to make sure I get all the way to the cave. Yeah, it's just now -1. Hey, DC. Yep, it's the Pilgrim Run. Been wandering around fully warm all the way across Muskeg for the last like 10 minutes. Alright, so we go up there. Or we could take the shortcut. No, we have to go up to the cave. Wonder what the fastest way to the cave is. We could go across that little arch that I never go across. We know where the bear is. I'm just thinking if we're going all the way over here to get this get this little cache that has the dog food in it. I wonder if it would make sense to go up a different route. You know what? I bet we have more to add to this pile. 20 cattail heads. Let's drop half of those. Not as many as I thought. Didn't really run into many cattails. This is the thing I accidentally left. I'll take that with me and put it at Spence. Remember that? I left my can there, and then that's why I decided to go off route to grab the can opener on the way into Milton. You know what? Let's just take this route just because I never go this way. We'll see how it compares.
The sun is setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Oof. Well, I guess we're eating that right away. I mean, at least we're finding these things in edible condition. And that one can't be warmed up anyway, so no real loss. Now, I have no way to get up the hill other than going back around. I hope it's right to go this way and not the other way to get up to the arch. Looks like we can walk up right here. I don't think I've done this since like the first time I explored this region on Interloper. In fact, I bet that's on camera. I bet if you go back to Interloper mapping season, what is it, season 3? This is like one of the very first series I did on my channel. you can find me learning muskeg for the first time, and like, this is just like a completely forgotten route that I never use. Because you never want to come from right here, right? Like, you're either to the south of the region and you want to come in the other way, or you're coming from like the tracks or Broken Railroad or Marsh Ridge over there, and then you just come up the little ledge. We could get a ptarmigan. I'm gonna just steal a sip of this. Shouldn't need much. But just as insurance against like a bunch of wind kicking up. Scared one.
I think I need to lie down.
I thought that one stayed there for a second. But I was gonna get an extra one. Yeah, this is a good sapling spawn. But I come up right here anyway, right? Like if you come up from the ledge, there's a little, or from the track, there's a little ledge you can climb up right over there. Now, I'd actually prefer, once we get up here, that there are no wolves in town. Because I don't want to start a fire tonight. And I'd rather hunt the rabbits at my own leisure than have to fight the wolves for them. That way we can get some sleep and come out and get the night rabbits when there's like 6 of them. Wait, DC, you said, how do you even know that's there? Are you talking about the cache or the little archway that I went across? Or something else? Hey, Bits. Welcome in. You've joined at a particularly exciting part of the stream as we pain trudge the last little bit of the way towards this cave, loaded down with 43 kilos of all sorts of goodies. Might as well carry an extra stone to help with these rabbits, right? Ooh, I should be careful, because there's no log up here, right? So a wolf could theoretically... I hear a wolf eating, actually. I think we're gonna have to spend a match tonight. It's the only way we're gonna get all these rabbits and not get killed by a wolf. Bit of a shame, really. Yeah, I'm like 90% certain I hear a wolf eating a rabbit, although the sound hasn't grown louder or more pronounced. Maybe not. Pull this one out. Okay, so he's eating right there. I think I'll let him have that one.
I'd eat snow if the hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
Okay, so there's another wolf. How many wolves are there? You're behind me. This is just a bad situation. So I can't scare that guy. I'm gonna be forced to light this in a minute. But what I really need is to just go to sleep. If I could somehow lose this guy, I guess I could just forget about the rabbits. I think I'm trying too hard to save a match here. Almost certainly trying way too hard. Yeah, that did not work at all. Yeah, this just kind of stinks. We gotta do it. Alright, get in here. Problem is now I have to keep the fire going for a while because I've got to get like an hour or two of sleep so I have enough energy to go out there and even get rabbits.
Come on, little fire. Come on. Why didn't that
Yeah, I thought
work?
about just sacrificing the ptarmigan to get rid of him. But half the reason I want the rabbits is because I want the meat, so I want the ptarmigan meat too.
Come on, little fire.
I mean, it's not the end of the world if we don't get the rabbit hides, I guess. I'd like to get 2 rabbit hides just so I can go ahead and get my
Perfect.
gloves. We're gonna need at least like 3 hours on this fire, unfortunately. Okay, we got food and everything. Let's just sleep before I take any damage. Maybe I just, let's try not to waste too much time. So, let's drop that. These. Why am I carrying 3 cans? Let's leave the pot here. Let's drop all of this stuff. And that, and these. Let's drop the scrap metal for right now. How am I doing? Hacksaw, the books, this can. I'm still a little bit over, but... okay. And unfortunately I have to burn this torch too. Okay, so one of the wolves I think just got a rabbit, so we should be able to get that one. That one's coming after me. Yeah, he's eating. Okay, so we should be able to get this one. Thought that was like a candy bar or something there. Oh, there's a rabbit. Okay. Let's get this fresh rabbit, and then that'll be the 2 rabbits I need. We gotta be really, really fast with this. Before he gets scared by the wolf. Uh-oh. This is ugly. Okay. Waving around the rosy with the wolf. Okay, I got my 2 rabbits. I'm gonna take a little bit of exhaustion damage on the way back, but that's okay. All right, let's get back and guess we can cook some of this meat up if the fire's still going. Hello? Yeah, there you are. Okay, time. Yep, another hour. Okay, I'm not going back outside again tonight. Let's grab the hacksaw. I think... How are we doing on water? Let's make like a liter. Yeah, DC, one region challenge with a pet dog. Once you get your dog, you can't lose it for the rest of the run. It's gotta stay with you through blizzards and everything. Alright, I'm gonna get tired soon. 12 minutes. This should be the last one. We got a little bit of meat here to cook. Will a wolf despawn during a blizzard? Not if it stays near you. Now you'd have to turn auroras off for this idea to work, because when an aurora comes, the wolf would get scared and try to run away, and then it would despawn, and a new wolf would, like a new aurora wolf would spawn in. Although I guess theoretically you could like trap it somewhere so that when it tried to run, I wonder what would happen if you trapped it for the duration of the aurora. Then when the aurora ended, would it stop being scared and go back to normal? These are the questions we ask ourselves. Okay, so I've got a couple pieces of meat here to cook. We're gonna be running a little bit low on water. A full liter there. That should be enough, actually. Maybe we let this fire go out. That's 29 minutes. Just not long enough to sleep. Alright, I guess what we'll do is take that, get this off of here, put a can on. Let's put like an hour of fuel on this. And get 1 more hour of sleep here in the front. Wait, it's only exactly 0 back here? Even with clothing? I guess it is the cold part of the day. Alright, new plan then. Come up here. Get rid of everything. And I think I've got some new crafting stuff to do. You know, I'm not really prepared for this. I've got a single cedar and some sticks. How are we going to do this? Five minutes left on this. So it's negative 14. That gives me plus 12. Plus 14. Alright. I guess we don't have the fuel. We're just gonna hope this is good enough. grab the reclaimed wood. Wait, you guys must be talking about something else. Ruined house before the mine entrance. Ugh, -5. We can get 1 hour of sleep in that, and then hopefully it starts warming back up. Spend coal? Are you crazy? I don't know what you're thinking. Alright, I think we can just barely make this work. Hopefully I'm not pushing it too much. No, Mako, I am in Muskeg. The cave just above the, yeah, we made it. Just barely made it through the night. Now, unfortunately all my stuff froze, but what can you do? Nice foggy day. So I wonder then if these are just going to stay frozen. Slightly annoying if they do. Give this another hour. I'm thinking about going out and grabbing some sticks. We could just walk to Spence. If I get the attention of a wolf up here, I'm going to be so annoyed, though. Shoot. I think one saw me. The music stopped. I don't hear the pursuit music. I hear him barking over there. "27 matches total. Alright, that's a guy definitely after me now. No music to go with it. In fact, that's so weird. I don't think I've ever heard the game just play normal music while a wolf is, after you. Because it always, like, cancels whatever music track is playing and plays the follow music. It's so bizarre. Later, sucker. Now, there's gonna be another wolf over here, unfortunately. Oh, shit. I taunted him too soon. The thing that keeps running through my mind is... This is how I always get myself killed.
I need to find some
Being
place to escape this cold.
unwilling to spend a match. Trying to do all this fancy footwork stuff with the wolves instead. But look how much fuel I saved by doing it this way. Now we can get another several hours of sleep. We've stocked up on a bunch of sticks. We don't have to burn any of them. Got a nice stockpile of 22 sticks now for next time. Saved a match froze to death anyway. I was watching my temperature bar. We had plenty of time left. Oh man, I'm not even sure what we do here. Do we get fully rested and then carry all this over to Spence? Do I just harvest these with the hacksaw maybe? It's not really, it's 40 minutes by hand and an hour with the hacksaw. So it's really only wasting 20 minutes each and they get finished. And then I don't even have to worry about I don't need the feathers or anything. Yeah, that finishes that up. We get as much sleep as we can and just head over to Spence after this, I think. Yeah, I'm liking this plan. Hurts a little bit to use the hacksaw to get a hide. So all of that is cured and going with me. This stuff is staying here to cure. Including that new birch. Got my 4 rabbit pelts. These are coming with me. I do have 3 cloth. I could risk another clothing repair. No real need right now, I guess. Cured birch. Right, so all the metal's coming. And all of this is coming.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
We've got plenty of water. That's all staying there. Got just the right number of cans. Feel really nice out. Let's do 2 more. A -4. I think I take this opportunity to walk to Spence without needing a fire first. Weather's really nice out. That all stays to cure. Okay, and we're finally going to be able to drop a bunch of stuff at Spence, so that'll be nice. We're only a couple kilos over. Not too bad. I wonder if that wolf I gave the slip is still over here. Yeah, he's right there.
Anything right now. It's amazing to me how much this mode has changed my playstyle. Or, not really my playstyle, I guess, but the choices I'm making just feel so foreign to me. Constantly not starting fires. Stockpiling insane amounts of fuel. Being able to sleep in the back of caves so much has really changed this run in a lot of ways that I didn't anticipate. Made it quite a bit easier. Okay, so we do have a deer up here. It's good to know. The backs of caves are not banned on Purist Outer. That's only on True or Strict Outer. The one where you're going for 0 hours indoors stat. Regular Purist Outer, you can go in the back half of caves. That's always been the case. I know, Astrid, we need to figure out our food situation pretty quickly here. But I feel like I gotta grab all these sticks and go ahead and get the timer started on the respawn. You know?
I can't feel my hands.
Wow, look at this. You're actually warm to sleep here for a bit. Saving yet more fuel. Oh man, I've been going for an hour and a half. I gotta take a break. Alright, let's get this hour of sleep, get a save locked in, and then give me 5 minutes and then we're gonna come back and get this forge done. And Mako, I will read and answer your question when I get back. Sorry. Alright, let's see how much more sleep we can get before we have to start a fire. It's -4 now. I mean, ideally I want to be fully rested, right? Then we start the fire, we do all the forging. We only sleep as much as is absolutely necessary, because once all the forging is done, we can let the forge fire go out and go sleep in the cave again. Kind of interesting strategically. Gotta remember to break this crate down while we've got the
Gotta warm
forge
up
on.
somehow.
We're gonna be making water soon anyway. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to get much here. Let's get 1 hour. And then that's probably it. Because we're not gonna warm up very much. So once we're at 0, we can't even afford to sleep for an hour. Yeah. That's fine. We already got way more out of this than we needed.
Starting to feel numb.
We use a book to start this. Okay. 95% chance. Hopefully that doesn't fail. I could have just accelerated this. Foregone the torch.
Come on.
But we do have books to burn, so... Mako, if you're still here, I have sort of a convoluted answer to your question, I think.
That's a good one.
Let me know if you're here and I will, Oh, 54 sticks. Really nice. Yeah, we can afford to throw all this on here. I wonder, how are we doing? We're fire starting level 2, right? Yeah, so we got the 10% bonus. We're a long way from 4, so I don't need to worry about saving up for that. Yeah, let's just throw everything on. You know what? Let's just do it right now, I guess. It's 45 minutes. Why are we only 2 up here? 6, that's better. Can't see the crate from here. 16, there we go. That's better. Okay, so that's out of the way. 1, 2. That's finished. Really hard to see the sticks with all these shadows. That's most of the main areas, right? We got back there, we got most of that. There's a little bit over there.
The cold is making my head feel thick.
It is still nice. Maybe I can go do over next to the, yeah, let's, start organizing some of this stuff, I guess.
I could eat a horse.
Of course, here comes the wind. Let's just go anyway. I think after this trip, I'm going to take all these clothes off and we'll just focus on forging. We can go over there kind of tomorrow afternoon if we're not going back to sleep yet. There might be a deer carcass out there. I don't really see one. We know there's the one up top. I've got like 20 cattails. Yeah, it's looking like food is going to be the thing that's going to be really tight. Really, really tight. I got almost nothing in reserve. Well, we might be doing the age-old forge and then leave here and come back later with more food to do the crafting. At least I won't have to lug everything heavy around with me if we go for that plan. It looks like if we throw another coal on right now, we'll actually waste some fire duration. So let's just get an hour of sleep, I guess. You know what I just realized? That's not going to be high enough, is it? It needs to be 150. Yeah, we're just short. You weren't sure if I was allowed to use the forge? Yep. Definitely am allowed to. I mean, I guess we'll just continue. I could... Yeah, this plank is usually in the way. Let's get rid of this thing. Maybe there's a few other minor things I can do here just to not completely waste this fire duration. I think we kind of looted everything. Ooh, I just realized something I could do. Well, maybe it doesn't really matter that much. We could get this. So let's see, I've got what, 10? I think? No, because I had like 4 here. I've got 14, so that's 12 arrowheads, even if I make the hatchet and the knife. That's a lot. I don't know if we ever looked to see... Yeah, there's one here, but I can't see it, so I'd have to get incredibly lucky finding the exact right pixel. Just gonna be really greedy and try to do a massive forging session. Probably the wrong idea. But what can I say? I'm greedy. We definitely got the dog food from back here. Yeah, that was originally. Hey, Lunar. Welcome in. Oh, you expected that I basically would just get bored with it? It was, it's hard to remember exactly what happened. I just know that I found it so tedious. Constantly dealing with the calories and the water and everything. Yeah, I would agree with the massive forge. The problem with doing a massive forge right now is when the game is this hard, you like actually risk running out of resources while trying to complete the forge. So that's obviously not great. Like, I'm really low on food. Pretty good on it on everything else, but food is going to be a major problem here. Alright, I think I'm actually going to make the knife first, because I want to make sure that I can craft the bow. Drink some water. Usually I would make the hatchet first, but... Alright, we gotta throw our last piece of coal on here. Um... 3 hours? Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, oh good, we got 2 deer out front. That is huge. And then there's the 3rd deer out back. So that's going to be, it's just going to come down to RNG on the amounts. If we get all 3 of them in the like 1.5 to 2 kilos range, then we'll be great. If there's a few that are light, then we're going to be a little bit, we're going to be in a bit of a rough condition. We probably want to go out closer to noon to do that harvesting. Should I just do the hatchet now? Yeah, let's just get the hatchet out of the way. We're gonna need some more metal. Alright, this is our opportunity. I'm going to leave the hammer and the pry bar. Let's leave a flare. Let's put all the metal over here. Stop sorting by weight, I guess. Okay, let's go over here and drop these.
All I can think about is food.
And drop another, like, most of this for now. Just leave another 15 here. We got 15 at Spence and 15 here. Just don't want to be lugging all that weight around. Okay, how are we doing on time? Plenty. 6 hours. Just grab one of these to be safe. Okay. Oh, clothing. And while I'm thinking about it, let's put this extra pair of gloves down. And we want to rip down this eventually as well. Okay, take a T. Just in case. That's jiggled. We still got roughly 6 hours on there. -2. The perfect temperature to be doing this. Alright, let's see. Zed is saying, in the dry season, the trick is to spend it on the beach or bed. Yeah, I was thinking, well, not only that, but I think I figured out a trick towards the end where you can use seawater to cool yourself down. And I had that cistern built, right? So I could just make regular trips in. I think it was more of an issue that, like, I knew how to survive. I was just finding it tedious to do so. And the fact that the food, when you work on food, you have to do the individual portions. Like, a lot of games, like, this is a bad example, but just as a quick example, in The Long Dark, when you kill a bear or a moose, right, you get, like, 40 pounds or 40 kilos of meat, and you can just sit and click, and you can take this thing all the way over to 40. And you can just harvest it all at once. Whereas in that game, you're doing it like card by card, and so like each individual thing you do, you're like taking the full amount of time. And it just feels like it's very like it's. Don't get me wrong, it's really fun, and I really enjoyed it for the length of time that I played it, and I'd probably enjoy it if I went back and played more. It just felt like the tedium of keeping up with that. You know what? Let's go put this... Sorry, I'm trying to talk about one game while I play another. Never an easy task. Let's leave this right here. And go get the other one as well. I just don't want to have that set on me to draw in wolves. Oh, and hey, Kirk. Actually, I think I was talking to Zed about that game and I missed, Humble Tracker coming in as well. Anyway, good to see everyone. Okay, we got 1.9 here to make up for the other one. That's good. Eat a cattail. I don't hear anything coming from over here. So there's no deer over this way. But yeah, so anyway, I know I kind of trailed off in the middle of that explanation, but that's basically how I felt about it, was that there was just a little bit too much micromanagement of the same type repeatedly. Look at how tired I am already. We still have all that arrow forging to do. So I think we try to time it so we're this tired around this time tomorrow. Keep the fire going the whole time, then we'll go sleep in the cave. So I'm not going to travel anywhere else. Let's get 1 hour of sleep. Did I put that tea down? I did not. We can cook a big piece of this while we're at it. Perfect. And I'm gonna go get the meat off of that last deer. Oh, I missed the podcast. I'll have to go back and check it out. Oh, Zed, you missed me talking about... That's unfortunate. I didn't really say much. I was just saying that it was overall tedious, right? Like, constantly cooling off with the seawater, dealing with the individual pieces of food. Not really much else beyond that. Alright, let's go grab this last deer. It's actually fully warm out now. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to spend this time sleeping. Just, I
get tired.
You get so tired on this mode so quickly. Oh dear. Or should I say, oh wolf. Humble Tracker, you've done it again. Thank you so much. You can't make a daily thing out of this. You'll bankrupt yourself. But thank you very much for the support. Let's see if we can we... Maybe we can get him to run off in a different direction and then we can go grab that deer meat. What the heck? I think he heard the stone right after I aimed at him, so he went back for it or something. Leveled up cooking. Hang on, I got a few more skills I can level up if that's the criteria. Alright, let's see here. Come on, Wolfie. We could just walk all the way around him, right? No, he's just gonna go straight back up there. Okay, let's try this again. Don't want to waste all this time. What are you doing? Okay. Alright, good. Let's go now. We'll just have to watch out for him on the way back. Mako was asking me about this earlier, and this is one of the sort of unexpected changes because of the torch rule. Because it's like, it's not even about saving matches for traveling and stuff like that. It has such a profound effect that just when I'm in the fog, even when I already have a fire nearby, I don't have an easy mobile source of my fire to just scare the wolves off protect myself while I harvest a deer, that sort of stuff. Terrified of workstations. Yeah, I don't know if Kenshi's happening anytime soon. I've actually got a long list of games that I want to play blind. And we've got a few games that I'm excited about that are coming out soon that are not going to be quite blind. But yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know when I'll make the rounds to Kenshi, if ever. I haven't really talked about this much, but my kid is going to be going to preschool next year. So I may have more time to record then, so we may start getting some more games in. Might be able to stream a bit more regularly. One of the things I've noticed about The Long Dark is, like, I really enjoy playing this game, but especially with these tough challenges. After a few days in a row of working on a challenge like this, it's not that I don't enjoy it. I just find myself thinking, I wish I had another game going right now. So I could, like, take a break for one day and play that instead. Just to have a little bit of a cooldown period. Oh yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I mean, my kid is turning 4 soon, and so that's 4 years of me, taking plenty of time to spend with my kid and not, you know, playing video games all the time. So don't get me wrong, I'm just, saying there will come a point where I'll have a little bit of extra time. Four hours 58. Let's see if we're on any kind of a burn bonus here. Not much of one. Just a very small one. I have enough to make 20 arrowheads if I want to. I don't think we even have enough time to do that. 10 hours of crafting. Maybe if we really push it tomorrow. Seems a bit excessive though. Oh yeah, normally when I forge, I just come here and forge for like 36 hours straight and then sleep and leave, but on this mode we got to get all the sleep we can because we would take additional health damage. Can't afford to take any damage. Believe me, it's tempting.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Oh, save a few scrap for the cougar knife. Good thought. Although, I'll find more. We're gonna be going, yeah, I won't feel like I have to spend every last piece of scrap. Doesn't clothing take wear damage when it's on the floor outside? Not any more than normal. And this stuff is just to be torn up anyway. Well, this is to be torn up. That we might use. Should probably keep this a bit closer to the fire. I'm gonna run myself out of fuel here. Four hours, 12. Okay, getting a little bit more of a burn bonus now. Alright, let's do a quick status check here. We've got 8 arrowheads finished. That's 12. That should be enough. So anything after this is gravy. And my forge went out because I wasn't paying attention to the time. Well, that's really frustrating. Feels like -9. Yeah, it's the coldest time of day. We have no choice but to just restart it, right? Yeah. I think I'm gonna accelerate it too with lamp oil.
Jeez, this is cold.
Well, on the plus side, I no longer need to worry about fuel because we're just gonna have to throw a bunch of coal in here. That's actually a really painful mistake. Let me just think for a second. Yeah, the problem is I need sleep. I need both fuel and sleep. So we're just going to use coal. Well, I guess this is when we use all our coal up. I would just harvest the fuel, but the sleep is more important. That'll be ready in an hour. Okay, let's just sleep then. Yeah, it would be nice if we could move the radios. I think that would be pretty reasonable, actually, as a feature. I mean, it's not like anybody uses the other ones anyway, right? Like, everybody uses the Quonset one because it's the closest. So the most that could happen, like, maybe you could make it so that it needs to be a building that has, like, electricity during an aurora. So you couldn't move it to Misanthropes, but you could put it in any kind of... I don't know, I just don't think it would matter that much if you let people put it wherever they want it, basically. Alright, I gotta remember I have 15 coal at Poachers. So we've got a total of 30 coal. I think I want to spend enough, so it's going to be like 4 more, I think. 3 or 4 more. Let's throw 3 on to get this up to temperature. And then we'll have a bunch of time here anyway. Oh, I have this cedar. I should have used that, maybe. Maybe we get ready to go now. Take that with me. The hammer's gonna get left here. The extra scrap will get left here. We're gonna walk over and sleep there. Might need to get some fuel before that, or some food. I'm so low on food.
Survived another night.
Okay, so we're looking at 8 plus 4, 12 arrowheads. I think we can probably bring that up to 16. Wait, Steve 1989, is that Camping with Steve? I feel like I recognize that name, although 1989 sounds like the wrong year. Yeah, maybe not. That's probably somebody else. No, I'm thinking of Steve Wallace, or Steve, what's his name? Yeah, that's the wrong year. He's a lot older than that, unless that's like his graduation year. I mean, it's time to go, right? Maybe make one more. Can't resist. As long as I put this fuel in here. The thing is, now we've got like 4 hours of time on here, so we might as well get some sleep here too. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave the last scrap and the hammer here. Now I can't forge anymore, even if I'm tempted, without having to pick that stuff back up. Let's get a couple hours of sleep and then see what the weather's like. I'm thinking we might go on a little cattail loop while we've got this fire going. And then go sleep in the cave once we have a bit more food. Yeah. You guys are talking about a different Steve. Yeah, I immediately thought of the guy who does the camping too, but it's somebody else. You know what? I probably want that water. Okay, so we got 2 hours and 50 minutes on this. Let's throw everything on and see what the temperature's like. Yeah, it's basically warm. Can't ask for better than that. We're not gonna be gone that long. 25 out of 29. I guess we will leave this here for now. Grab, let's just take the thermos just to be really, really safe in case we go on a longer route. The other thing is there's a cave over there. I wouldn't have to go back to my existing cave. I could just go to a different cave. That way we could grab some more fuel along the way. There's nothing in that cave up there that I really care about, right? In fact, yeah, that could be the plan. We could leave, we could go down that way. Do the whole outer circuit, collect a bunch of food. And then come back here and craft in like 2 days. I'm really liking this plan. Okay, so I got all this. What about the food and stuff around this area up here? Pretty sure we already got all this. Yep. And that's... See, no cattails there. There can sometimes be some burdock up here. It looks like no dice. Three deer. Imagine there's one hero wolf over here who just is unstoppable. I actually had a game once where I got the bow crafted. It was another one of these outer runs. I got the bow crafted. I killed one deer with a bow. Another one got killed by a wolf. I think I was working on the third one and then I died to a wolf. It was in like perfect condition.
Dress suit, I'm gonna faint.
And then dead. So I left 2 rosehip teas next to the fire. I brought my thermos. I brought my bedroll. I left my cooking pot. I got some water. I don't think I left any valuable food there. I'm thinking about not going back. Because I have teas on me. We can make more with that can. I don't think I can get over there from here. Let's go all the way around. Leviticus, welcome in. There's the high blind right there. Unfortunately, I've got to go sleep. I don't think we can do high blind. I think we head back towards the edge and find one of those 2 caves. That's another deer. It's now 0 degrees. We're warming up out here. Where is that cave? It's like right up in there, I think. There's the bunkhouses. Yeah, you have to go like past it and then up in there. I think we're getting close to it now. There's 2. Are there 2 caves or is it just the one? There's the Bleak Inlet Cave, which is like over there. And then I can't remember if there's 1 or 2 of those outdoor caves in between. I'm starting to think maybe it's just 1. I think it's right there. Man, I wish I had found some coffee. Destroyed my sleep schedule. Now I gotta go sleep during this beautiful weather. Yeah, there's the cave. Alright, so I think the plan is we'll sleep here. I'm gonna do a loop, we're gonna go all the way up, we're gonna check the helicopter crash and everything. Then we'll come back and we'll come back across and hit high blind and head straight back to we'll hit the bunkhouses and then Spence on the way back. And then hopefully we'll have enough food and fuel
Drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right
that we
now.
can craft the bow and a couple arrows. And then we can get deer. And hopefully we'll snowball from there. Let's see if that actually pans out the way I'm imagining it in my head. And I sure hope we don't find out at some point here that I left something absolutely critical back at Spence. The pot is probably going to be the thing I miss the most for making lots of water quickly. Only one cave between Bleak Inlet and the cabins? Okay, good to know. Yeah, I think I get it confused because, like, it feels like it's close coming from each direction. Yeah, if you're at the tower, you're really far from any caves. There's not many on the east side. Just that one way up to the north, near the bear spawn. Well, I'm finally getting my fleet back on track. You know what else we're missing? We don't have any tools of any kind. No red tools, no blue tools, from what I remember. So the arrow crafting is going to be painfully slow. Okay, so we got cedar, 22 sticks, and a book. And then I've got 11 coal plus 15 more at poachers. Obviously I don't really want to spend this coal unless I get into another emergency type situation. Alright, let's just see how much of the night we can sleep through. I don't think there's much left to do until, morning, basically. Unfortunately, we're gonna wake up at, like, dawn and have, yeah, so let's do some other chores then. We're definitely tearing down this. Ooh, that only takes 20 minutes, that's nice. That's two more cloth. I think we can attempt some clothing repairs. I've got 3. I think it's time to do the toque. It's a really nice item. And then if we succeed at that, I think we can go and gamble another on the combat pants. Getting that up to close to 100% would be really nice. Now it is foggy out, but I think we have light. I think we count as having light right now.
I'm getting tired.
Yeah, let's look at this up to 99 if we succeed. Very nice. 15-degree warmth bonus. Yeah, Zylock, I don't know. It's kind of weird though, because sometimes you count as having light just because of the outdoor weather. Although in light fog like this, I wouldn't expect it to count as high visibility, but we're gonna need to start a fire to make water at some point anyway. So we can eat this in the morning and we'll have an extra can. Alright, let's get like 4 hours. I mean, I guess we're going to be forced to start a fire just because of the water situation, unless I'm missing something obvious. I mean, we have teas, but we're not going to drink teas for water. It's completely unnecessary. Let's get 3 more. Okay, so we'll be starting the fire, like, right there. I'm gonna get 1 more hour. We're gonna be very close to thirsty, but we should be okay. Alright, pick that up. Not as close as I thought.
I could eat a horse. Soon, because I love horses. Perfect.
You know what I'm realizing? We're not going to have an opportunity to save the game for quite a while, right? I guess we can step into the Bleak Inlet Cave to save. That'll be okay. Alright, let's just plan on that then. I was thinking, because I don't quite want to quit streaming just yet. I've got probably another 20 minutes in me easily. But I do have to save the game before we quit, so I gotta plan around that. Okay, let's just go ahead and make this torch. Ooh, right. I forgot. Cloth for torches. Yeah, so we gotta be really careful about that. I cannot run out of cloth for making torches. I've got a good torch and a backup, so we're good for a little while now. But okay, so we're gonna eat that when we leave. That's just about ready. I think I want to go ahead and go. It's very early. Negative 14. Okay, so we'll go check the Bleak Inlet Cave. I should have gotten all the teas from up around here. But we'll get any sticks, we'll see if there's a coal respawn, and I think I'll step inside for the save point. But the plan is roughly, once we have that save point, obviously this will all be next stream, but kind of go down to the water, pick cattails along the way, and go up and do the whole helicopter loop. There's like deer carcasses up there, there's rabbits, there's ptarmigans. We can get stocked up a little bit on food. Yeah, I think I got all these teas when we spawned here. And I guess there's no point in checking along the water here because we're gonna go down from the top later. Not your favorite effect of the refresh? Oh, wolves being up there? Yeah, I didn't really think about that. I'd be fine with it if there were some deer up there for the wolves to kill, but there's not, of course. Oh man. Yeah, I think all these four are out of range, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, there's our save. I'll just use this, and we'll hop back out of here when I come back. So forge is done. Food is looking really bad, but actually, I guess since that's our save point, we can actually look at things without wasting time. Yeah, I've got almost no food in my stomach and a reserve of 1050. I guess that's like 500 in food poisoning, so 1550, yeah, barely 2,000 calories. If I eat everything, including all my emergency and food poisoning food, not a good situation. But, you know, fuel, clothing. Clothing is fantastic, teas are fantastic, so once we get food sorted, we'll be okay. What day is it? Day 17, so optimistically, we spend like 2 days getting up some more food supply. Go back and craft the bow. That's a third day. It'll be like day 20. We hunt 2 bears. We finally have 2 bear hides curing by like day 22. So we're looking at day 34 before we get the opportunity to craft a coat. pretty far down the line. Especially since it's going to take a long time to craft. But we'll just have to see how it goes. Alright, thanks everyone. It's been fun. I'm going to go do something relaxing now. had enough stress from this. Alright, thanks Xylok, Leviticus, DC, Kirk, Zed. Had a lot of people in here. Lunar. Humble Tracker, once again, thanks for the tip earlier. Alright, see you guys next time.